They actually gave me a mic. I didn't think they was gonna let me talk today, but you know, I'm good with it.
Let's do it. Connie, I want to start with you. Let's take it back. Tell us the journey of the New Edition story, and then I don't know if you can call this a spinoff. Was the Bobby Brown story always in the works?
It's funny, so while we were shooting and preparing for New Edition, we always wanted to do the Bobby Brown story. And it was something that was in the works and we were planning on doing. We knew it would be next, we knew it would be huge, and we were very excited to tell that story.
Tell me a little bit about the numbers that show did. I mean, it was a series, excuse me.
I don't mind.
Okay.
29 million.
Yes!
And I don't know about y'all, I was glued to my seat. I mean, I was home, I called my cousin, I was crying, that Can You Stand the Rain moment, like all of it. Okay, I just wanted to have my family. Okay, Bobby, what do you thought seeing this? Is this your first time seeing it?
Seeing this part?
Yeah. Or have you seen the full movie?
No, I haven't. But seeing that part was just, you know, was emotional, of course. But at the same time, you know, I can't help but accept what my life has been, you know. And my life has been it's been everywhere. So, you know, I accept what we have put down. What my wife and Jesse Collins was able to do. You know, they was able to put together the right team, you know, to make this happen, and it's magical, you know. You'll see my life in the ways where most people won't. You know, you might think you know me, but you don't. Okay? I'm gonna leave it right there.
Okay. Whitney and Gabrielle, tell me, you guys are youngins, but tell me your history with New Edition before the project, and with Bobby Brown. Were you fans? Did you convert?
I mean, who wasn't? I think what's great about New Edition is they transcend age, you know what I mean? I feel like you know what I mean, right? I feel like everyone passes that music on. So there's people even younger than us that still can rock with some New Edition. Even we were just at the BET experience, and the young kids about this tall, like doing Bobby Brown moves. So I think that their music was so powerful and so intoxicating and so likable and enjoyable that it's been laid down in their time, but it stood the test of time. And I feel like it's going to be here well after, you know, us.
For me personally, I didn't really know about New Edition. I knew about Bobby Brown, but I didn't know about the group as a whole. So Fatima Robinson is the one that told me to, like, Negro, you need to go watch Bobby Brown. Yeah, so I went home and I watched like everything New Edition, everything Bobby Brown, and like I was just blown away. Like these guys brought so much energy to the stage without all the the stuff like what my generation does now with like the lights and the smoke. They didn't need to do all that, you know what I mean? Because their shows were just so electrifying. I haven't used that word before. It was so amazing.
It was dance.
Yeah.
It was straight dance.
Yeah, but just being a part of this process and learning, you know what I mean? Like these are like my uncles now. Like just learning their story is crazy. I learned so much from it.
Now, Connie, I can tell from this, and the audience will help let me know if you agree. This is authentic. Is that a big? Tell me how does BET tap into that? Because again, going off the New Edition story, it was so real, and it was an unheralded story. Is that the same feeling we're gonna get with the Bobby Brown story?
Absolutely. So I think, in my introduction, it's important to BET and us as storytellers that we tell authentic stories. I think everyone loved New Edition because you saw a part of them, whether you knew them or not, that you didn't know before. And I think part of the responsibility of BET Networks, and we've been doing it a long time, y'all, is to really, when we have an opportunity to tell our stories, to tell them correctly, for the good, the bad, the ugly, so you really see the people. It's all about the heart, and I think a lot of, you don't get that a lot of places. So it's one of the things that we love to do, and we're very proud that we do it.
Bobby, what did you love about seeing Woody portray you this time around?
Wait a minute. Wait, let me gather myself. He was a lot slimmer. And when I was doing my Bobby Brown thing, you know, well, why would I talk about myself in the third person? Okay, when I was doing me, I was slim, you know, I was about 164 pounds of just legs and arms. And he got down to that weight, and what impressed me about it is that he was able to redo everything that I had done. I mean, the dance steps, you know, everything that, you know, y'all saw. I mean, y'all saw him do prerogative like he was 12 years old. That's what impressed me about Woody. And that he's a gentleman, you know, and I respect that because, you know, I take it personal. I take it personal about who I am and what I'm about. And he's a gentleman. And I'm just thankful that we found a gentleman, lady, to play with. You know?
Bonnie, tell me about casting Gabrielle as Whitney Houston.
Yes, like just amazing. I remember I was at the office when it came in the choices, and I had the pleasure of my first time working with Gabrielle was on the game, and I'm in awe of her talent. So absolutely. So as soon as they gave me the casting choices, it was like, oh, absolutely. It was no question about it. It was this is who is good.
Wow, thank you.
Woody and Gabrielle, what was it like working with each other? I mean, I'm sure the stress was there, but as far as the story, tell me about that dynamic.
Listen, Gabrielle is amazing. Like, she pushed me to like a whole new level. You know what I mean? And just seeing her professionalism every day on set just made me want to be on my show. I mean, it made me want to.
Excuse our French. Paul, who's going to say it?
It made me want to be on my P's and Q's. But yeah, I mean, Gabrielle was just amazing. I mean, when I first read with her for our chemistry reading, she left me and I was like, oh, that's Whitney. Like, we can stop, we don't have to do no more auditions, that's her. You know what I mean? So I'm super, super glad that she did this role. Thank you so much.
Oh, very sweet. I was very excited to come on board just from knowing it, you know, how well BET and Jesse Collins Entertainment did with the audition story. And then knowing that Woody was attached made me very excited because he did so well, obviously. What? Ooh. No, he was so good in that. So I was like, all right, well, they got Bobby the right way. You know, they're definitely going to take this in the right direction. And then when we first, even like you said, our first read together in the audition process, we clicked automatically. Like, there's sometimes chemistry's just there and you don't have to work hard at it because there's a mutual respect as artists. And I think, like, we had each other's back on set, and it would be like, you know, we would go into a scene like, I got you got me, you know what I mean? It's just like, we go in and we do it. Because at the end of the day, for me, it's just this huge responsibility of telling these people's real story, real life. And it really hit me the first time I was in a table read. And you look over, and here's the real deal, Mr. Bobby Brown sitting there, and it's an emotional roller coaster, sitting there, and it really hits you like, this is not to be played with. This is beyond entertaining. This is a story and a tale of someone who's gone through a journey and came out on the other side of so much pain and so much darkness. And I feel like and shouts out to Alicia Brown, who is the heroine of this movie. She's a goddess, she's an angel, and she's like part of the reason why we're here celebrating Bobby Brown today. And I think what's so special is that this movie, like I said, people are going to be entertained. Y'all did it with New Edition, but I feel like what's so special about this movie is full of heart, and that starts from everybody, all the team, Woody, myself included, and everybody involved, we had heart and passion about this project, and we're all very excited for you all to enjoy it. Like, you all were always on our minds, first and foremost, that we want this to be an amazing project for you to go home, sit down, and enjoy the hell out of it. And we hope that's what we did.
Well, passing into this story, the Bobby Brown story, you guys took on some relatively newcomers. Were you guys trepidatious about that, or what about Woody just stood out?
Well, definitely. I mean, I think we've been doing that for a long time too. Like, BET has been supporting and introducing and giving talent their first steps, so to speak, before they blow up. And Woody, the talent is there. It wasn't taking a chance. It was more like, and you guys knew the name, and even if you didn't, like, once you saw him on screen, it was amazing. Like, he gets you that hello, and we appreciate that, and that's why whoa.
Love y'all.
We love you back.
Thank you.
Now, Woody, how do you take on someone who is Bobby Brown? Like, he is larger than life. How do you tap into that?
Bobby's such a great guy. You know what I mean? He's easy to talk to. And it's a lot of studying. I mean, once you study a lot, I'm really good at like picking up on somebody's mannerisms. You know what I mean? I'm really good at just studying. I don't really talk a lot in real life. Like, I'm talking now because I have to. But in real life, I don't really talk a lot. I just sit and observe people. So I'm really good at doing that. So just, you know what I mean? Just sitting, talking about coming over for 4th of July, stuff like that. Bobby's barbecue, and just talking with the family. It's amazing. Like, and that's how I got to be Bobby Brown. I don't know if I answered the question.
No, you didn't.
I got hungry and started talking about barbecue.
You need food to eat. I mean,
Well, the barbecue is tasty. It is. Bobby Brown's Foods.com. If you want to go to it, please go to it. We have seasonings, marinades, barbecue sauce, fried chicken mixes. We have things that she will love. I mean, love to taste it, love to cook in your house, okay?
So, a big part of the story is the music. I mean, we can all agree everyone was singing along. Tell me, what was it like seeing those scenes portrayed, especially like the behind the scenes, like meeting Teddy Riley for the first time. What was it like watching that recreation?
That was great because, you know, I know exactly what we shot, you know, and I spelled it out to him directly how it happened. And if y'all see, you know, LA and Babyface singing and y'all think that is wrong, no. That is far from, they look, it was incredibly different. You know, we made them up to look like they, you know, didn't know how to dress, but they really, really didn't know how to dress. And the hair was, I don't know what it was. It wasn't a Jerry curl. It was something different. Okay? But I told them to stop wearing suits and cut that shit off. Because you can't walk around with me like that. You know what I'm saying? I never had a Jerry curl, never will. It was just funny, you know, but we had a great time in the studio, and I don't know. Am I on the right question? Okay. I'm glad I answered the question. I just wanted to get that LA and Babyface part out because I was sitting over there watching it and I was just like, they look worse than that. But it was fun.
Woody, what was your best musical number to perform? And also tell me what was the most challenging one to do?
What's my favorite one? I don't really have a favorite. I like them all as a whole. You know what I mean? Just taking on Bobby's life, I enjoyed his whole life. You know what I mean? The most important things I really enjoyed was working with the cast on set. People like McClain Pfeiffer, legend. Like I grew up watching McClain, like Soulful. Like that was amazing. Just to be in the room talking to him and seeing how dedicated he is to every scene. Like just seeing him go over his lines over and over and over. I'm like, yo, you a legend. Like you still doing this? And he's like, yeah, we don't stop. So like working with people like McClain, TK Carter, Sandy, it's been the best experience for me. And BET, of course, for giving me my first opportunity. Yeah. I don't know if I answered your question.
No, you did. So Gabrielle, there've been a lot of scripted portrayals of Whitney Houston. So what did you want to make sure that you brought differently to this story as her?
I mean, as artists, I don't really pay attention to what was done prior to me, because, I'm me. So she's gonna do her, she's gonna do her well. No, I'm teasing. I just really approach this with a lot of heart, honestly, and it's just trying to make sure that I represent a real person and not a caricature, because she's near and dear to all of our hearts, and it's just like, she was a real person. Yes. At the end of the day, Bobby Brown's a real person. A lot of times we forget, let's strip away the glitz and the glam and the tracks and the hit records and all the things that we adore, the gifts that they give to us. But you peel all that back, there are people who put their pants on the way we do, brush their teeth. They might have more expensive bathroom than us, but more expensive pants. But they're people. So I think just approaching it with heart, compassion, and praying about it every day. I think that. I too don't know if I'm answering the question, but.
So before we open it up for audience Q&A, people will be in the audience, we'll be in the aisles with microphones. Connie, tell me about the process of working with the King, because now it's getting, I'm sure it's in final stages of editing. What has been this process like for you?
Well, it's been amazing. So I think Gabrielle said it earlier, like the set and it's family. Like for New Edition, each band member took their respective actor under their wing and spent weeks at a time. For when you go to set on channel my inner Jesse Collins, like it's family. And everybody is collaborative and there's so much respect and support. And that's why you get the magic on the scene. I mean, I'm lucky because I get to come into meetings and talk to Bobby. I have a funny story about your barbecue. Can I share it?
Tell it.
So we were doing the BT Awards. Tiffany Haddish. She's like, how do you get some of that Bobby Brown, the flour? What is the brown bag in it? And she's like, I'm looking for it, and it has kick. She's like, I used it and I love it. And the next day, I guess, you sent it to me, and I was so excited that I used it that night. And it does have kick. It's amazing. So you guys should go to BobbyBrown.com. But I think overall,
Foods.com. Bobby Brown Foods.
I think the process with this, and it's just family. We all approach it like there's no closed doors, there's no call it anytime. And I feel the same way with Bobby and Alicia. Like we're all family. And I think once we do that, the work, it's not work. They say if you enjoy and love what you do, it's not work. And it all comes together and it all looks amazing. And you see the magic, it all translates to the screen. Did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. And all the ladies can answer your question.
And I would just, if I may, because you did mention that how everyone connects to their person that's on set, and I didn't have that option, you know what I mean? So I don't want it to seem like I was throwing shade to other girls that have played Whitney. That's not at all. It's just I didn't want to go look at their performances as an artist. It was more about respecting the person and not a caricature of someone else that portrayed person, you know what I mean? So it was really just about studying her and talking to people that knew her, watching lots of videos, and I think Bobby said I did okay. So.
What did you think?
She did a hell of a job. Trust me. Scary. So scary. It definitely felt like Whitney was on set. Literally.
Now
getting on your nerves.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, any questions? We'll keep working.